this up the hill. Not that I'm expecting any, but it would be just too tempting to leave the camera up the hill. All right, pack this up in the bag. Get the hammock kind of collapsed a little bit, so stick out too much. Follow my trail here. And yeah, oh yeah, nobody's gonna see that. Like there's nothing there at all, nothing at all. It's the beauty of the color of those Hennessy hammocks. They really do that. And oh, see, the good people of the world are staying at the Marriott. That's a little bit much even for when I grab a hotel. More of a Super 8 kind of guy. But yeah, it's quite beautiful up here, actually. Fantastic view. But getting dark, we should actually see quite a nice view of the city here as soon as things darken up a bit. And I'm gonna hit that McDonald's. I already tried the Shell. They didn't have any flashlights or anything like that. I could hit McDonald's, and maybe one of the other gas stations will have a flashlight, which is desperately needed. So onwards we go. So stealth camping, it really helps to have a haircut and a shave and not a humongous backpack on. I'm gonna try my luck at the Chevron here and see what I can find for those things I need. Mission number 1 accomplished, salt and pepper packages, because I cannot make a bland noodle dish. Mission number 2, not so successful. They're sold out of AA batteries. So the mission continues to find some AA batteries because it's getting dark. And I'm going to need them in a strange town up in the woods. Major success of the batteries. And I'm going to get up the hill after I rig up the flashlight I got. And everything's going to be all right. This is going to be sweet. As soon as I'm out of these street lights, it's going to be smooth sailing. The only risky part of getting back into the woods is when you actually make the break from being on the trail or the sidewalk into the woods. Ooh. About to cook dinner during the darkest hours of the night. Some people might know where that's from. Oh yeah. Nothing's been disturbed here. Awesome. Doesn't get better than that. Rest the road down there below us. And we're going to do some dinner up here. Okay, out here in the hollow, just about ready to get cooking some dinner. And through the woods, I was hearing something. I don't know if that's an animal or somebody sleeping rough. Maybe somebody trying out a hammock like me. Who knows? But yeah, hard to say. Just going to lay low for a bit here before I start cooking a delicious smelling meal that's going to walk through this forest like anything that'll attract anybody around here, animal or human or anything like that. But it's been a little bit quiet, so that's a good sign so far. This meal all prepared and packaged in various steps I need to do. So the first step on this meal, what is this? Oh, it's the ham. Awesome. Okay. First step we're going to do here is boil some water. We're going to cook some noodles, and that's going to be the base of this this dinner. Is some noodles, and we're going to do basically like a cream peas and ham sauce on noodles. And yeah, it looks like I got everything I need. So I can find yes, the latest. I think one of the biggest levels of stress is that I am in a new place. I have not camped here before. And in fact, I've only ever briefly came through this city in the past.
New customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win.
And some people will probably already know which city this is, particularly based on my last videos. You may know kind of the direction I'm going. So, get this boiling, chuck in the noodles, we'll set that off to the side, just make the sauce real quick. Chow down as quickly as possible. I'm going to curl up in here undetected, hopefully, for the night. I don't think I'll have a problem. I'm way up the hill. Yeah. Little stove boils quick. Time for noodles. Now we're talking. Cooked up beautifully. I'm going to strain this out. Put this off to the side for now. Be extremely vigilant about the dry grass here. Starting a fire. So, I cooked the noodles. Started all off with why not make a little stealth camping roux. So, I got flour and butter right in here, just because it's easy to carry in one pouch like this. And, oh no, it's burning already. Maybe don't put it all in one pouch. Do the butter separate from the flour. But, well, anybody that's watching this is probably screaming at me from behind their phones or computers. This milk that never goes bad. If that's not enough to concern you. I'm sitting here filming this kind of in the middle of nowhere, and I can just hear chefs around the world united in shaming exactly what I'm doing. Speaking of worse, yeah, all these little packages of salt and pepper that I shanghaied from the store down the road. Not all of them, but some of them are going in. Freshly cracked open package of pepper. Or several. Alright. Make it extra peppery, because that's the good thing for this. I suppose it's not a bad idea to add a little bit of Pinot Grigio to bring the flavors together. Dump in the peas. In goes the old ham. Pull up a piece of plastic that fell in from the bag. Yeah. Some warm up. In goes the pre-cooked noodles. Certainly hitting the spot. Noodles done just perfectly. Peas, the ham. Oh, guys, this is just what I need. right. Yeah. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I'll hunker down in here. No problem. All right. Not the most ideal location for the first setup, just because of the trees, but we were losing daylight and I had to set up somewhere. And this looked pretty good. But the Hennessy hammock, it's got this nice little cell phone pouch and all that up there. It's got a ridge line up here. It is it's an asymmetrical hammock, so you sleep kind of sideways. You're not. Oh, there goes the light. Yeah, you sleep kind of sideways, but okay. Anyway, yeah, this should keep the mosquitoes off me and the rain if it does rain, but I doubt that very much. It's been quite a long day. We put several more 100 miles on the car today. We're all set here to get the AC fixed and continue on with the journey. But I'm going to hunker down, so to speak. Thank you guys for watching so far. And yeah, we'll assess the damage in the morning and look at how to set this up a little bit better. But it's going to do for right now. Had a big meal. Everything's going to be all right. Hopefully see you guys in the morning. Morning, guys. It is hot. I got to get out of this hoodie. This is just way outside of my normal temperature zone. I can't do this. Oh. Yeah, that hammock settled pretty low on the ground, so I'm going to have to brush up on my hammock setting up skills. Good hammock, though. It seems sturdier than my other one. The one I got was like, I got it 5 or 6 years ago. It seems like they're using a tougher material. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm happy with that. The most relieving part of any stealth camping is when the morning comes and you made it without getting caught or without being harassed by any other people who might be camping in the area. So to make things look less obvious, I'm going to take things down fairly quickly here so that it looks like I'm just out with my camera taking pictures of like trees and things. You know, there's a lot of people that do that, and I could be one of them for all that matters. I know many of you will not agree with me, but fall's coming soon. That's when I like to really go camping. Fall and spring, two best times. Here are mosquitoes. It's not that cold yet, and it's far easier, in my experience, to stay warm than to try and cool down. And I've turned into like some cold-blooded reptile or something out here. I don't know. I've just been able to do cold weather really easily for the last few years since I went to school and I stayed in the tent. I just got used to it. I've taken everything down to keep nice, clean camp where I was. The other people that camped here, though, I would like to meet them because, you know, there's all this stuff. It looks like they were probably going to try to build a semi-permanent cabin out here with this stuff. But yeah, they're leaving their medicine containers laying around and a whole bunch of other stuff. That's not good. So yeah, I gotta get out of here. All these dragonflies and there's crickets and stuff, and I just keep thinking they're a snake every time the brushes rattle a little bit. So I gotta hike on out of here. It was a good spot for the night, that's for sure. And I'm gonna see what I can find for breakfast down the hill. And I do have another channel I've started up. It's called Steve Wallace Step 2. And the reason for that, I know people are thinking, well, just upload more to this channel. But the problem is people come here, they expect on this channel, like basically an overnight camping thing. And then suddenly something about the house shows up, like house renovations. They're like, what is this? I didn't sign up for this channel. So this one will be strictly like, 20 to 30 minutes or whatever, or even longer of actual camping trips. The other one is all the nitty gritty, boring aspects, side projects, that type of stuff, building contraptions. The recipes will go onto that channel as well. So I'll start going through and doing all of them, like the camp cooking meals, without the whole camping experience, but just, the recipe, steps, ingredients, quantities, all that should be on there. Anyway, this old timer still rambles on. Holy moly. Yeah. I'm gonna head down there because I'm starving and all I've got is a granola bar. That's just not gonna do it for me. Just like that, I'm almost back out on the sidewalk like a regular, normal person, just going for a regular, normal walk. Not camping secretly in the woods. And before I get out there, I'm taking this one. Crush it up so they don't assume that I'm just drinking, walking down the road. Oh, somebody else. Maybe I'll have to bring the car back and haul some of this junk out of here. Yeah. All right. The perfect crime. Certainly not the most creative breakfast, but it's a Canadian one anyway. I have my backpack so full, I'm just using this little one for the summertime. And it was so full that I couldn't really fit much in breakfast-wise. And, bringing eggs and bagels and all this other stuff would be a bit much. So it's just easier to take $5 with me for a breakfast meal in the morning. And I forgot with these backpacks how much of a criminal you feel like when you're walking into a gas station or something and they want you to, leave the bag on the counter. And I'm like, I got a bunch of camera gear in there. I don't even really trust leaving it there, but play by the rules, I guess. And, having a haircut definitely helps. I don't look too shady anymore, just slightly shady. And that definitely helps with walking in and out of the forest and that type of thing, or the woods up there. But it was a pretty successful trip. Always nice and relaxing to sleep outdoors. Even it's something different about the air, I think. Even with traffic noise, that type of thing, it's just such a good sleep, I find. But somebody wants this parking spot here, so I gotta get out of their way. And please subscribe if you like this. Until next time, hunker down at home, and now you're camping with Steve.
Save money with Snapshot ProView. Instant savings on your commercial auto insurance and vehicle management tools at no extra cost. Snapshot ProView. Get a personalized rate for your business.
Dormammu, the Cosmic Conqueror. What the hell does that even mean? My bad.
It's Dormammu, which means you've officially bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew.
I can show a lot.
I'm aware.
So you're telling me this puffy-ass cloud with eyes holds apocalyptic power? I seen pictures on the south side, scarier than this.
This is serious, Riri. You could be dealing with one of the most powerful beings in the universe.
How sure are you about all of this?
Like a solid 50%.
Okay, so why would a...
Hey guys, welcome again to Camping with Steve. Now, my long-suffering subscribers have put up with a lot of weird stuff on here, so it's not getting any better today. It will in the future. I'll do some more real camping, but I'm in the city of Edmonton right now, where I live, and I'm going to jump in a real cheap inflatable kayak that I picked up from Walmart for about $100. I'm going to go down the river for a nice weekday secret camping trip. in the forests out there somewhere. So all along, this should be a good time. Cheap is right. This thing was like $100 US. So pretty little pool toy. And this is a fairly serious river too. So I got a patch kit and a life jacket. Okay, that took a lot of pumping, but all loaded up and ready to go. Not a moment too soon because it looks like we could have a storm blowing in. So I got to get down this river to somewhere that looks good to camp and set up. Just waiting for my beautiful wife to come. I forgot my charging station to charge all this stuff up. So she's bringing that back and I'll be in the river and off I go. Got everything and I'm launching. Also, first time in a kayak, let alone an inflatable one. So we're going to make this a short and sweet trip. Oh, great. Lightning. Just what I needed. Time to look for a spot sooner than later, I think. Like now. Okay, I was ready to paddle to shore because of the lightning, but there's a bit of a break in the weather, and I'm not the only one out here. There's some actual kayaks up there. I'm gonna keep paddling, guys. So I'll answer a couple of questions I know I'm gonna get. I am not homeless. I have a house. I'm not unemployed. I have a job and not just making videos. I run a furnace repair company, so I just do weird things and I like to get outdoors. The city I live in is a couple hours drive in any direction from any serious forest. So I got to make do with what I can in the city here. And pretty well, the entire river valley has these houses there, real nice ones. And they're hogging a lot of the access to the river, but I've got my ways to get to the river valley. So I'll keep paddling and find a good spot. In the pillars on bridges, watch out for those things. They are pretty dangerous. I am moderately far from houses and I don't hear a lot of traffic, so I'm going to check out the forest. Right up there. I'm going to see if there's anything worth camping in. All right, got to shore without killing myself, and there are houses on the horizons, but I'm by no means in their backyards this time, or close to their backyards. I was never in anyone's backyard. So there's a little beaver trail here, and that means it should be a fairly remote place. I'm going to look around, and if it looks good, I'm going to get this raft hidden right away and have a whiskey. I'd like to get out here, but it's just not the right spot to camp. The banks are too steep. Got to keep looking, and it is really close to a trail too. So next stop, over there somewhere. Who says there's no nature in the city, eh? Little beaver. Now we're talking. This is an awesome spot. Across the river, there is a city park, and anybody local will know which one that is, probably. That one's patrolled quite heavily. Over here, this is just a park, kind of, that nobody really knows about, or it's just parkland, doesn't even have a name. So I'm gonna haul this raft up there, and then I'm just gonna be out here on the shore, panning for gold, which I'm allowed to be doing right now. Nobody has to know about camping. Yeah, let's go. The bottom of the kayak is a light gray, so it doesn't stick out too bad. I'll push it further into the boat so I cover it up. And I'm going to set up right in this little mosquito infested hollow. This should go around this one down low. I found two perfect trees to set up the hammock on, and it should be just fine and dandy. Great, there is a trail not too far up there, but it's a little one. Not a lot of people using it. And I got hammock straps to protect the tree. How about that? This will work quite good if I can figure out how to do it. The trees I'm using this time have a lot more girth than what I used the last time, so that should stop with any swaying around at night. But plug in this like that. Hammock setup. The good people at Jackery sent me this power station charger, so I'm going to get my phone charging up. I'm going to put on some bug spray. I remember this time. And get this camera charging because the 4K really sucks these batteries down. So, and we're going to have a little whiskey tonight as well. See you in a bit when everyone's nice and charged. Okay, I hope you can see me okay. It's a little bit of a strange shot with the sun going and the darkness over here. But I am going to enjoy a little bit of Wisely Special Blend right here by the river, where I'm allowed to be. There's nothing wrong with this, other than I shouldn't be drinking whiskey. Delicious. So I'm going to chill out here by the river. My wood's over there. Everything's set up nicely secluded. But it's so relaxing up here. Beautiful view. I can hear the water trickling. And a lot of people ask, why are you doing this? But I just love to be outside, feel the cool air, hear the wind blowing through the trees. It doesn't get any better than this. So I'm going to chill here for a bit, charge some stuff up, and then we're going to do dinner. And I'm trying those freeze-dried packages because they're easy and I've never had them before. Hopefully they're not too expensive, but we'll find out. There's a couple up ahead walking their dogs off leash. Technically illegal, but I don't mind. And they could come this way, which is close to the camp. My camp is tucked away, out of view, up in the woods there. So even if they stop by to say hi, I don't stick out. All right, the couple with the dogs have weaseled their way up through a trail somewhere up there, back onto the main trail system, which does go a little bit close to the camp, but you really have to bushwhack through real dense woods in order to find the camp. The wind is whipping up pretty bad, so I was going to cook out here by the river. Would have been pretty nice. But I'm going to get in out of the wind into the woods here. Yeah, this is more sheltered for sure. Good. What's nice about this spot is there's a berm there that blocks my view to people on the river. And there's a fairly substantial hill up this side, which blocks my view from them as well. Okay, we're gonna cook some food here. Never had the guts to try one of these freeze-dried things. It's a Mountain House beef stew, freeze-dried. they look so happy in the picture. I'm happy out here. So I'm using the same thing I did last time in the last video. I think these were hexamine tablets, extremely toxic when the fumes come off of them, so you shouldn't cook directly on them, but in a pot it should be okay. I'm using the cheapest cook set known to man, this little aluminum Coleman thing, because money's a factor when I do these types of things. Inside of this guy, this turns into a frying pan, I'm sure. Here's what I'm after. I hope that holds 2 cups. And if not, something in there to work. Oh, perfect. Got a little cup in here. So I'm going to start these up. Boil up our 2 cups of water. There's people out there on the river. They can't see me, and they probably can't hear me. They're a tree. Believe it or not, this time I kind of brought a knife. And I've heard that these tablets, some of my comments said you scratch them up, they bite easier. You should all see. And we'll see how many cups of water this holds. This guy wants 2 cups of water in it, and I have no backup food if these things are crappy. Like, I've eaten pretty good food usually when I'm camping. And I'm just a little nervous that this might not be as tasty as I'm used to. And it holds pretty much 2 cups, minus whatever I spilled. So I'm going to light this up. Boil the water, dump it in there. Maybe I didn't scratch these up enough, I don't know. Okay, well, blooper number 1. I brought extra water, so that's good. Oh, really rickety. Really rickety here. Oh. I guess don't cheap out on your cook set. It's a good idea. Okay, this is boiling along nicely, and I'm going to give a shout out. I don't normally do this, but I got a message from Joanna the other day, and her son, Easton, loves watching Camping with Steve. 6 years old and just started school. So, hi, Easton. Nice to have you watching, and hope you get to do some camping.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
The home with Duncan is where you want to be.
Nature's Bounty helps you grow thicker, fuller hair with 1 pill a day of advanced hair complex. It's in your nature to grow.
These cases are hard. It's okay if you don't want to fight, because we are going to fight for you.
They have to be able to say we did everything